news and information for the soul. You know, this type of scenario has got to stop. I don't know if people are aware, but a black young man by the name of Donte Jones was found hanging in Pennsylvania at a park called Wentz Run Park. Hanging in Pennsylvania, and they're trying to say that he hung himself. And so now his family has gotten involved, and you know, it's just a tragedy because it also happened the week of Juneteenth, and the family doesn't even know there in Pennsylvania how he even got to that particular park, because they said that particular community is predominantly white. So hopefully information will come out and the family will put the proper amount of pressure, as well as the community, on finding out what happened to Donte Jones, which is Donte Jones. Because whether people are aware of it or not, during the uprise, I call it the George Floyd uprise, some people know it as the Black Lives Matter protest, there were a lot of black men found hanging across the United States. So when we look at this, and in most cases, the police found that all these hangings being done happened as a suicide attempt by a black man. I don't know many black people that decide to hang themselves from a tree. In Dante's case, he was hung at a monkey bar. They're saying his feet were touching the ground. His mother is strongly convinced he didn't do it himself. And they were trying to close the case, but now that the family is putting more pressure on them, they're deciding that they're going to go ahead and investigate it. But it has to stop. We don't even have a hate crimes bill for stopping African American hate against African Americans, but magically we have one for the Asian American community when we've been hated on since the enslavement of black people in this country. So make this make sense. But I'll let you listen in if you want to leave any comments, or share the video, or whatever you'd like to do, or look up the information. Again, his name is Donte Jones. He was found hanging in Pennsylvania at Wentz Run Park, and during the week of Juneteenth.
Actually your son.
Exactly.
But they tell you, take my word for it.
Right. There's much more details that point to that this was a murder.
And a cover-up. And a cover-up.
You just saw a black male hanging from here, and then you take him down and then say, oh, that was suicide. Doesn't make sense. And then you have an event here at 10 o'clock. Is that what we do?
The very same night.
The same day, that morning. You didn't give enough respect to my son to not have the event.
They saying where was he found?
They were found right here.
Like this. But his feet would touch the ground. He was hung, but his feet was on the ground.
My son's wallet is missing. His ID, his keys, but no wallet. His wallet is missing. The lady said she wasn't going to do an autopsy. It was ruled suicide. It's closed. I said, I'm requesting that you do autopsy in case someone gave him some narcotics or knocked him out. He is a big guy. He served in the military 6 years, National Guard. Like, he defended the United States. Went to war. Like, you're not going to tell me that he don't know how to defend himself. So someone had to do something for that to happen. They have not let me identify him. They told me I wasn't going to identify him because they don't do that. You show me a picture of my son? Because at this point, do I even know it's my son?
They didn't take any pictures of him?
I asked for the pictures. They won't let me see any pictures.
They said they took pictures. They said they took pictures, but they don't have them to give to her. She can't view the pictures that they took of him and the condition that they actually found him in.
And who knows what they could have done in the last 48 hours.
Exactly.
Well, it's obvious they already covered up stuff because they've already moved the position of the cameras from yesterday.
And got rid of the evidence and everything.
Exactly. So when we came out here yesterday, the first thing I did was look at all the cameras that was close to the vicinity of where this took place. And when I walked, the first thing I did, I came over here, I took pictures and videos of all 3 cameras that's on this building behind us. But in this middle camera, face directly to the scene of the crime. The other camera faced over that way. When we came back today, this middle camera is now faced in another position, and this camera, the end camera, is now facing this way. But yesterday they told us they had no access to that camera. That camera is a live feed, so we don't know if we can even get footage off that camera for you guys. But this is a park where all children play. You mean to tell me you don't have footage? You're not covering children in the park? The most dangerous place, even though you don't know what happened. Predators come to the kids. Predator comes out here around kids. And you telling me these cameras is not active? Watching kids?
Actually, that's the purpose of the camera.
That's the purpose of cameras. To be able to go back and watch people and see what happened.
They told me that nobody was watching the camera. My son did not drink. My son did not do drugs. And no, he was never locked up. No, that's not the scenario either. This is an educated man that went to Shippensburg for undergrad and grad. He's educated, he's smart. He went into the military. He wanted to go to the military first. I said, no, you need to go to school and get an education, because that's one thing they can't take from you. I didn't know to tell him that they could take his life. I just never thought I'd be sitting here saying, like, I don't understand. How do you not have answers for me? And how do you be so insensitive to me? And this is the country that he fought for? We love this country, and they should respect us just like we respect the United States of America, but you're not respecting him by just taking him down and then open a park to have an event?
This is a modern day lynching, and for another black person to be swept under the rug. This is not another casualty of war. This is this woman's son. This is